All right, let's talk about something that should probably be keeping every marketer up at night. We're all using AI, right? But what if your next prompt accidentally leaks your company's biggest secrets? It's a huge risk, and today we're going to break down how to protect yourself. Let's dive in. And just so you're aware, everything we're covering today comes straight out of Chapter 2 of the Prompt Engineering for Marketing Professionals tutorial from Virtualization Options LLC. Seriously, think about that for a second. You're just trying to get your work done faster, maybe drafting an email or brainstorming a campaign with a public AI tool. And boom, in an instant, you've accidentally handed over the keys to the kingdom. The stakes here, they are incredibly high. Look, as marketers, our hands are all over sensitive information. We've got customer lists, unreleased product details, financial numbers, you name it. And when we pop that info into a public, cloud-based AI, it's basically leaving our house. It's flowing through systems we have zero control over, and that, right there, is a massive risk. Okay, so first up, let's talk PII. That's personally identifiable information. We're talking about the obvious stuff: names, emails, phone numbers, anything that could point to a specific, real person. If this stuff slips into an AI prompt, it's not just a little oops. This can lead to huge fines and absolutely crush your company's reputation. And then there's the other big one, your intellectual property, your IP. This is your company's secret sauce, right? Your next big product launch, your pricing strategy, your deep dive on the competition. If that gets out, you're not just having a bad day. You might have just handed your biggest rival a roadmap to beat you. This is the stuff that absolutely has to stay locked down. All right, so how do you even spot this stuff in your day-to-day work? It's actually easier to let it slip by than you think. But figuring out what to look for, that's the absolute first step to keeping it safe. Okay, take a look at this, because the solution is often way simpler than you think. Let's start with customer info. It's so tempting to just type John Smith into a prompt, right? But just by swapping that with a placeholder like customer name, you've totally neutralized the risk. Or look at performance numbers. Instead of saying we made $1 million in Q2, you say our revenue grew by 15% last quarter. See? The AI gets the context it needs, but your sensitive data stays safe. And here's the best part. This doesn't have to be some complicated process that slows you down. Not at all. There's a really simple, repeatable framework for this. So let's walk through these 5 steps, and I promise they'll become second nature in no time. I want you to think of this as your pre-flight checklist before you hit send on a prompt. It's super fast. 1, quick scan for any names. 2, check for contact info, emails, phone numbers. 3, are there any hard numbers, any financial data? 4, is there any secret strategy in there? Generalize it. And the big one, number 5, step back and ask, could someone piece all this together and figure out who my company is? It literally takes seconds, but the protection you get is massive. Okay, this slide is the perfect before and after. Look at the prompt on the left. It's a disaster waiting to happen. You've got a real name, an email, specific launch dates, pricing, competitor info, the whole shebang. It's a security nightmare. Now, look at the right. The safe prompt gets rid of all that sensitive stuff. But here's the magic. The core marketing task is still there. The AI has everything it needs to write you a brilliant email without you ever having to give up your secrets. So, getting this right yourself is fantastic. It's a great start. But real, lasting security, that comes from making it a team-wide habit. It has to be part of the culture. So let's zoom out a bit from your own personal checklist and talk about how to build this into your whole organization. At the end of the day, this has to be a team sport. It starts with having clear, simple policies. What's okay to share and what's absolutely not. Then you have to train your people on it. Make sure you're using approved tools, maybe an enterprise version with better security. And maybe the most important thing of all, create a culture where the default setting is caution. The mantra should be, when in doubt, leave it out. And really, this quote from the source material says it all. The goal here isn't to scare you away from using AI. Not at all. It's about being smart. The good news is that you absolutely can have the best of both worlds. You can get all the amazing power and productivity from these AI tools while being a rock-solid guardian of your company's data. So, I want to leave you with this one question to really think about. After everything we've just talked about, take an honest look at how your team is using AI. Is it the incredible productivity tool you think it is, or is it actually a ticking security time bomb? The answer to that question? Well, that's on you.